there's a gigantic traffic jam. I just see people spinning around in their trikes and stuff. So I stopped, got the camera out, and there's a checkpoint up here, a New Year's checkpoint. These guys are all pulling over. They're all illegal. They don't have licenses, registrations, or insurances and stuff. And again, like I say, I don't care if they pull me over because I've got license and registration like you're supposed to have. And they always usually 99% of the time they let me go through here. There's one policeman that stops us for some reason, but they were just setting this up. I saw the truck in town as I left, so they didn't even have all their guys outside yet. But that one guy, he's got an M16. Happy New Year's, guys! Happy New Year! Yep. The police are all saying blind owl. I wish I could tell them we're not on anymore. I have to give them our new address. If anybody's thinking about it, we're... Hi, sir. If you're watching this, you probably know where we're at, but we're on... it was Flying Rhino Drones On. I renamed the channel to BlindOwl VS vs. Flying Rhino. It'll have an official title probably this week here. And then I'm just going to start a new channel, I guess. I'm banned from YouTube for life, supposedly. I don't know. I still don't know why my channels got terminated. I have no idea whatsoever. I was given no explanation whatsoever. I was given no chance to appeal whatsoever. I've never done anything wrong on my channel. So it just doesn't make any sense. Somebody paid somebody off or something to get me off the air. I must have rubbed somebody wrong somewhere along the line. I just can't figure out who it was or why it would happen. I just can't figure it out. I had over 60,000 subscribers, one video over 10 million views, several videos over 1 million views. They kept all my money that they owed me. So I don't know. I just don't understand it. It's totally wrong. I've got another channel also called Philippine Bigfoot, the Capri, K-A-P-R-E, and that's all about the Sasquatches and things that are everywhere here in the weeds and stuff. You don't see them unless you take a picture of them, and then their faces are all over the weeds and peeking out of things. But we've smelled them many times, just the worst skunk smell you can imagine. We've smelled that many, many times, and we've also smelled raw tobacco leaves being burned, like hand-rolled cigars, many, many times over the 20 years we've been here. And close, just outside the house, because, you know, smoke's not going to go more than your distance of your yard. My wife had one I would say within 10 or 15 feet over the other night, down by the highway in the dark, and she smelled just the terrible, she said it smelled like someone that hadn't taken a bath in 2 years, and she freaked out, and she knows all about them. She's been around them her whole life, and she's so scared she wanted to run home, but she had to go up the hill, and I don't care how fast you try to run up the hill, you can barely break a trot, you know, because it's just so steep. But she came home all shook up. She took a shower the other day, and a little stick hit her in the back. Just a little stick about the size of a toothpick, but the diameter of a pencil, and hit her in the back. And she didn't think a whole lot about it. And then a couple seconds, a little piece of dirt the size of a marble hit her in the back. And she just took off running for the house. So they're there, I'm telling you guys. I've seen hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pictures of them, faces in the weeds and stuff. I got a friend in Tennessee, our friend Willis. He's the one that turned me on to all the faces in the bushes, and they're there, I'm telling you. The other thing we have is we have wild they look like spirits or something in the fires, in the big flames. I don't know what that's all about either. And we have all kinds of weird stuff going on at our house all the time. Things disappearing and coming back a couple days later in plain sight where they return to. That's the weirdest thing. And the last one that happened to that, I had a money clip with about $40 in it of Philippine money, and it had some other money I was sending to my daughter for spending money for college. And I turned around, I went to I had extra 500 pesos, I went to give that to Marife. She's in the other room. I come back and my money clip was gone with the $40 in it. And I was like, damn, I can't believe this is gone. I'm looking everywhere. I had her come out and look. She couldn't find it. 2 days later, the money clip showed up empty, sitting next to the mouse for the computer, right on the table in plain view. The money was still gone. And then we went somewhere and came back, and the money was all in the corner of the table in completely plain sight. You know, what the heck is causing that? I'd sure like to know. That stuff's been going on for about 5 years since my dad died. And we thought maybe it was my dad, and the first couple things that disappeared, maybe he was here joking around with us or something. We didn't know. But now we're kind of thinking, since we had the Capri thing, the Philippine Bigfoot, we're kind of thinking that's what it is. Juveniles joking around with us or something. Because our friend in Tennessee says they can turn into mist and stuff. They go right underneath your door. They can open your door locks. We also have all these orbs at night in the yard. Anywhere from the size of a pencil to the size of a basketball floating around in the yard. And you look at those close, and in most of those, there's actually a face inside the orbs. So he's saying for sure those are Sasquatch too. And you know, they're not like us. Obviously, they can change shapeshifters. They can change into anything in the woods, into different trees and bark. And sometimes you'll just see their eyes peeking through leaves, but you'll see the edge of their face basically in the shape of the leaves and stuff too. It's really cool. And it's just such an interesting phenomena. But I guess they're slipping, according to everybody, they're slipping in and out of dimensions from us. And supposedly they like our dimension better because it's clean and there's not many people here and there's lots of food. And they don't live like us where they, you know, we got a 70 or 80 year lifespan. They're alive for centuries, it sounds like. Because the one lady I was listening to, she said she's been in communication with them in Washington at a special sacred area from the Indians where she does readings for people and things like that. And she's actually seen the Sasquatch and talked to them through telepathy like stuff, like, you know, not mind reader stuff, but like a medium type stuff. And she can't understand what they're saying, she says, but the people that she can talk to in the dead people, the spirits and stuff, they understand them and they translate to her. And one of the things she was saying was the Sasquatch guy was saying that he liked it a lot better here 300 or 400 years ago when he just had powwows. They'd have powwows with them and the Indian tribes and stuff like that. And you can see him if they want you to see him, but most of the time they're sort of hiding. But something to do with the camera and taking frames off the video. I think they're on a different frequency than we are on, and the camera freezes it, and you'll see the faces. A lot of times you'll see, like, say you got a background of leaves and trees and bushes and stuff, and there'll be an area 3 or 4 foot, maybe 6 foot, that it just looks like there's a piece of plastic over the leaves. You see all the leaves, but like a rectangular area will just be not the right color. and just a little out of focus or something like that. And then you look at that even closer, and sometimes you'll see their faces peeking around the side of it. It's like a we're calling it a cloak, like an invisibility type cloak type thing. But and this is all so hard to believe. But I've got some pictures. I got some wild pictures that our friend Willis has pulled out of my videos, and then I take lots of pictures with my camera during the day, and I really like taking the ones at night because they're freezing all kinds of stuff at night. That's when we're seeing the orbs and stuff like that. But I've got one that Willis pulled out that's just below my house. I was on a walk one day and I was filming down over the side of the road, and there was two bushes, and in between the two bushes was this big black thing, all shaggy hair and stuff. The first time I saw it, I was like, I don't know what this is. I don't get it. But I started looking at it closer, then I can see two eyes, and I can see the mouth, and it's got like a big beard, and really super shaggy fur all over it in its chest, and it looks like it's 6 or 7 foot tall and a good 3 foot across the shoulder, and it's huge. And I've got that on. That's on my Philippine Bigfoot, the Capri channel, and I think it's called the Big Boy or the Big One or something like that. And when you look at it at first, you don't really see anything. You have to zoom in and out of it, and look where you think the head would be at, and start looking at it closer, and you'll see the eyes. It's I've got a frog in my throat. You'll see the eyes. It's plain as day. And I've got some other pictures. I got one the other day. When did I take that picture? I can't remember. I think it was at night. I think it was a night picture, and it was an area, and there was a sapling and a tree, and in between the two of them, real low. I missed it the first couple times I looked at the picture. That's another thing. I look at the pictures 4 or 5 times, and I see different things, and sometimes I can't see the things that I wrote in the title. I can't find them again. But I found one face the other day that it looked like a photograph of a Bigfoot's face. You could actually see crystal clear the lips, the eyes, the eyebrows, the eyebrow ridge. The nose wasn't very clear, but you could see the nose and the nostrils. You could see the cheekbone on it, and you could see the shaggy hair on it. And I'm not a crazy guy. I'm crazy. I'm Looney Tunes. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not nuts about this stuff, because this is the stuff that I've been seeing. And I actually believe about it because I'm actually seeing it myself. You know, you hear stories and stuff, you don't believe about it. But so if anybody wants to, and do me a favor, if anybody wants to take a few pictures, like take 15 or 20 pictures around your house, around your park, around the woods where you walk and stuff, and just take as clear pictures as you can of the weeds and the trees and stuff, and send them to me at BlindOwl Outdoors at gmail.com, and I'll go through the pictures, and I'll send them to our friend Willis, and we'll go through them, and I'll contact you later and send you the pictures that we find. Everywhere that I've seen so far, my friend lives in Tennessee near the Rocky Mountains, and he's got them everywhere there, but he's absolutely amazed at how many we have here and around our land here. There's hundreds of them, and again, I don't know what they're doing. You know, we don't. They're not making any damage. They're not ruining our vegetables or anything like that. You know, we're not missing dogs or anything like that. So I don't know what they're doing here, but they're everywhere in the weeds, in the bushes, and floating around in these orb things, and it's absolutely fascinating. And they're doing it where you're at too, because I've already got pictures from my friend John in Minnesota, near Minneapolis. Got tons and tons of pictures from Willis in Tennessee. And it's all the same. And then the other neat thing is I looked on the internet and found a bunch of other Bigfoot, Sasquatch people, and they're showing pictures of the exact same faces that we're finding. So there's something to it, guys. Don't know what it is, but there's something to it. Take care, and Happy New Year. Thanks for watching. Take care.